a Mexican. I think his name, what was it, OT?
A Mexican OT.
Yeah, that said the N-word.
Welcome to the channel. Shannon Sharpe doesn't like Mexicans, or perhaps the Mexican OT saying the N-word. So let's get to it.
I mean, there ain't no past. You don't get to be all bad. You know, I'm cool with the homies. No, bro.
So I think that this conversation, this topic, this specific topic should already come to an end. Reason one. I'm sorry, Shannon Sharpe, but you're nobody to give anybody a pass. Reason number two. The only people that get offended by, I guess, other people, other ethnicities or races saying the N-word, and specifically Mexicans in this case, are the blacks that were never raised or grew up around Mexicans, and the Mexicans that didn't grow up around blacks. And along with those two reasons, I have two questions. When are you going to hear it? Besides music, right? When are you going to hear it? And also, how do you plan to stop this? Because this is so mainstream. That word is so mainstream that it passed you by. But before I get into Ralph's response, I'm going to show you or give you a few examples of how mainstream the word actually is. So this is where I grew up. It's on Burris Avenue between Palmer and Compton Boulevard. This was the exact house. And this is the neighbor's house. Why is he important? I believe he was the founder or one of the founders of Santana Block, Compton Crip. But before I go ahead and do that, I just remembered something. Let me see, Fat Larry. Okay, this one, bam. This house, and this house. Yeah, it's next to the apartments. Those three homes, four. Larry lived over here. So these four homes was actually a mansion. It was a Spanish style fucking villa, right? And there was a big ass wall over here, and that got blown out one night, and two helicopters ripped off the roof of the Spanish style house. It actually went from this block to the other block. I believe it's Pearl or Palmer. Not Palmer. It was probably Pearl. So back to the story. And don't forget this about stories. If it's been told once, it's probably been told before. So me and my neighbor's daughter, we attended the same elementary, right? And by the time I was in the 5th grade, I started to gain traction. You know what I mean? Become a little man, right? So anyways, one day, my neighbor's daughter, she was being bullied. And I really didn't like it, right? I walked up to the guy and I was like, hey, man, you don't mess with, like, I'm not going to say names. You don't mess with her, man. Like, that's my neighbor, you know? Anyways, I punched the guy, right? And maybe a couple days after I got suspended, I saw her father. And he asked me to come to him, so I walked up to him. And he told me, hey, little man. Do you remember how I used to call you my little Mexican? And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, for protecting my daughter, you just my nut. So in conclusion, Shannon Sharpe, how in the hell are you going to stop mixed communities sharing each other's culture? Go ahead with it, Ralph.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I can't speak for Mexican OT, but what I will say is that, I don't know if it's like in Georgia, but in Texas, a lot of us were saying it growing up. And I think it wasn't until I started going to open mics that I realized, like, oh, I don't think we're supposed to be saying it.
Yeah.
So I think I know what happened here. You encountered either a black or a Mexican that got offended and rightfully decided that, you know what, you don't want to offend people, especially those that don't know what it is. Or you realize that you're getting older and using that word continuously, it just doesn't fit anybody. Whether you're black or Mexican, yeah, sure, you know what I mean? Once in a while when you're with the homeboys or whatever, and it just comes out because you're reminiscing of the good old days, then yeah, sure. but to use it in your regular vocabulary, it doesn't look sexy on nobody. So let's finish up with what Ralph had to say.
But I was so enclosed, like I was so.
But were you saying it around blacks or were you saying it around in your community?
No, like with black, like
yeah.
you think there wasn't no black people where I grew up?
No, I'm just saying.
We weren't saying, we weren't like saying it. Oh, like oh, I heard this on TV. Like let's just say it. Like it was just like saying bro or like the thing. But once I started kind of going outside of my own neighborhood, my own like circles, then I started realizing like, nah, you're not supposed to be like.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Now you know, Shannon. So yeah, man, I think anybody, Shannon Sharpe or whoever it is, be it Mexican or black, you guys need to stop this damn conversation. It's dividing the both our communities in a way, and honestly, it's a phase and a mainstream word that's not gonna end. So to just put wood on the fire for no goddamn reason, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so that's why like I kind of get where OT's coming from, but at the same time like, yeah, I mean I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna speak for OT and like be like he shouldn't have said this, shouldn't have said that.
Right.
But like I somewhat understand what he was saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Only because it's like where we're growing up, everybody was saying it. Like white kids were saying it where I was growing up with other black kids.
Right.
In my case, there was no white kids in my neighborhood. But the time I did start hearing it from white guys was probably the mid 1990s. That's when I was a teenager and, you know, started going to the mall and the movies and shit. So I would say that I don't even want to say it got popular with the white kids in the mid 1990s. Because if I was saying it before the neighbor gave me the pass, I'm pretty sure there were other Mexicans saying it before the 80s, and I'm pretty sure there were white guys that were saying it before I even heard them. Anyways, I'm really liking Ralph Barbosa's response, and let's continue.
It was okay
Right.
there as kids. Now as we grew up and started going into different circles, I think it was on us to kind of like
Realize that, that ain't cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make a career saying this on stage. You know, like,